Okay, so the problems that we have can then be in the automatic behaviours. So we talked about how we behave in a certain way. Okay, so how do we look at that? So, pen. So what happens is this, we get a situation, all right? So I'm driving along quite merrily, it's a nice day, I'm going for a drive, okay? And as I'm driving through, I get this person cuts me off. I've had to hit the brakes, okay? I've had to hit the brakes. And while that happens, I give him a message or two, give him a measurement, is it 1 or 2? And tell him quite loudly what the road rules are and how he should behave. Yeah? So we call that a reaction. And a lot of the times, all of this happens automatically. Yeah? Who's had that? Who can relate to that? Yeah? And that's what we do. We get an event, okay? We get an event, and then next instant we reacted. We haven't even thought about what the whole process was. We just reacted. And that's what automatic behaviours are. And you know, another name for it is reactivity. In psychology, it's called reactivity, or impulsivity is the other one for it. So what we need to do is understand that some of the things, the situation that gives us a reaction isn't effective for us. The way we react is not effective for us. So we need to change. How can we change the behaviour? So, you know, if something sad happens in your life, a natural reaction is, like we talked about before, maybe to shy away from it, maybe to deny it. Yeah? And that's that's a natural program reaction. And that's that changes our behaviour. Now, sorry. Another situation might be that you know, you are somebody says something like a snide remark, and you overhear it, and it's about you. Well, our natural reaction is to maybe snap back. Yeah. Now, between that moment of hearing and us snapping back, yelling or insulting or whatever that reaction is, we don't even know what triggered that. All we know is just we've reacted, and that's what automatic behaviours do. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not so great, and that's when it's not so great that we want to talk about this. You with me? So how can we change automatic behaviours? So we get to the situation. All right, so let's redo this. We get to a situation. And this time, before we get to the reaction, which is what this will be, what we do is put in a pause button. Have you seen that pause? That's it. That's a pause button. And the pause button is mindful attention. So how do we get to the pause? And this is where you need to practice this, because remember, your programming is strong. So how do we get to the pause? Well, you become curious. So you ask 3 questions. That's 3 questions. That's all you need to ask. First one is this. What's going on here? So taking back that situation, I'm driving along. All right? Somebody cuts me off. Now, instead of reacting with how many, 1 or 2, and you're whatever, yeah, I could go, what's going on here? I wonder why he did that. Yeah? So I wonder why he did that. That's the first one you ask yourself. I wonder why he did that. What it does then is allows me to check my feeling. What am I feeling?
Maybe it's in automatic behaviour.
Hey?
Maybe he was in automatic.
Maybe he was. Yeah, but that point.
Automatic drive mode.
Yeah, Or maybe, yeah. So the possibilities all of a sudden makes our reaction different, doesn't it? Just that one question. Yeah, maybe he's in a hurry because someone in an emergency situation, he needs to get home really quickly. Yeah, so none of that is true, but we will make up a story. Now, the story that gives us the best reaction for us is the one that matters. Does that make sense? So it isn't that, you know, I react in this particular way. If I stop and go, oh, what's going on here? I wonder why that happened. It's a different reaction I'm going to get. Then I check in on myself. What am I feeling here? Oh, wow, that made my heart a little bit, you know, that gave me a bit of an adrenaline hit. My heart rate is up now. I'm now at a place where, you know, I'm excited. So all of a sudden, that changes that. So I can then ask, well, what am I going to do? What's my action going to be? So if I go to that place of I've nearly had a car accident, but if I stop and go, what's going on here? I actually don't know what's going on here. It's made me a little bit excited. I need to calm down maybe. Maybe I should just pull over. So it changes my reaction. Yeah, what action am I going to take? Same again, so you hear that snide remark from someone. Yeah? Go through the three. What's going on here? I wonder why he said that, why she said that. Yeah? What am I feeling here? What could your feelings be if you hear a snide remark? Help me out.
What have I done wrong?
What have I done wrong? Great. What are my feelings when we hear this?
I think it depends on what the person means to you.
Right. There's another one. Yeah, great.